Alright, keeping the intro minimal here. Howdy. This is an in-depth breakdown of a mechanic present in Trepidation, a Rain World campaign and character concept I made. I'll try to give enough context that it makes sense blind, but I highly suggest you go in already familiar with Rain World. I mean, frankly, if you aren't, then, well, then I don't see why you're here. Hi. Regardless, enough intro. On to the nerd talk. In Rain World, the gameplay is pretty devoid of UI. No health bar, no stamina bar, no mana bar, no ammo bar, no progress bar, no bar. Wow, there's a lot of bars in UI. The only real UI gameplay-wise is time, food, and a map. The latter is only shown when accessing it, and the first two only when relevant. You're not going to care about when you last had lunch while your pup Jimmy gets you on a hit list because he sneezed on a baby noodle. This all creates a very clean, uncluttered screen space. Going with the trend, the only real indicator of what you're holding is the items being directly shown in your hands, no UI needed. Players get used to this, memorizing which hand will grab and throw first. As most slug cats, you can also store a single item in your belly. Though, if a slug cat doesn't have a mouth, like with the Spearmaster, belly storage isn't an option. One such case is the Auxiliary, the main slug cat of Trepidation. Instead of belly storage, their claws each have a storage compartment for one item, and it's fully automatic. What I'm about to show is probably going to be confusing at first, so bear with me. Wait, a brief interruption. Sorry if my voice sounds a little rough now. I'm recovering from a pretty bad cold that halted progress for about a week. Previously I had a rather complicated system where you could customize the order of things going into input, with the first two slots being hands, last two being storage, and you could sequence items in as well, which was cool. It had some good customizability, and what I just displayed would have been the default, but there's a pretty big problem. But yeah, that's where a lot of my time ended up going for this part of the project. But anyway, interruption over, sorry. Back to the updated system. Right, let's say you come across a rock, a grenade, a lantern, and a flashbang, in that order. Naturally following the rules for how you pick up items in Rain World, the left hand takes priority, while the right hand is second. To preserve these rules so players don't get confused and frustrated, picking up a third item will force everything into storage first, then place the new item in your now empty left hand all at once. The player doesn't have to even think about it, and the automatic nature means the items are still easily accessible. Just drop, throw, or otherwise lose the new item, and huzzah, your stored items are back. Another concern I had with item storage was how frequently Auxiliary destroys items, while burrowing and attacking. This system works perfectly with Auxiliary though. In order to protect two items from being destroyed, a third item would automatically send both to storage, allowing you to only sacrifice a single piece of junk as opposed to two. I know a lot of players tend to carry items around with them at all times, so I'm very glad this system makes that strategy still viable with Auxiliary. It's also compatible with hand swapping, never messing with your stored items. I may include a toggle in the remix menu for players who do want this to swap storage as well. I wouldn't personally recommend it, but I can't speak for everyone, so hey, might as well give players the option. Okay, that about summarizes the Auxiliary's claw storage. I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Y'all have been so patient and understanding, even with all the delays. I'm glad to finally have something tangible to actually show y'all, even if it's just a small insider view on how a storage mechanic will work. I'll be getting right back to work on the main video now. In the meantime, please feel free to give your thoughts or ideas. Y'all are a valuable part of this too. Y'all take care. My train's here.